everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I'm your guide for this portion of the journey. I welcome you. I hope that you will enjoy this reading. I hope that you will get something out of it. I hope that it will mean something to you and perhaps encourage you to subscribe and like the video and recommend it to your friends. And please post comments if you have any. I promise to answer them. And if you do leave comments, I feel obliged to say, please be respectful. Okay, I will be respectful to you, and I hope that everyone who comes here will be respectful to each other. So, if you're so inclined or moved to be a little nasty, then maybe this isn't the channel for you. Okay, so let me tell you what's been going on. I have recently purchased 2 new Oracle decks, and oh, they are lovely. Both of them are by Cheryl Lee Harnish. One is called The Path of the Soul, and the other is called The Return of Spirit. And oh boy, did I connect with these, especially Return of Spirit. That really kind of spoke to me rather loudly. Path of the Soul is also just divine, absolutely divine. So I hope that I'm going to use both of these tonight, and I hope to introduce you to them, and I hope that you will enjoy them as much as I have. So part of the reason that I wanted to come on tonight is I have been doing a lot of I guess soul searching, or a lot of internal work and that sort of thing. And I've come to some realizations in terms of maybe some of the ways that that my mind used to function, and I went to great pains to change that so that it didn't function that way. And recently, though, I think it's been slipping back in, which has a lot to do with ego. And the further in that I got, the more that I realized, yes, these are old fears coming up. And this is the ego protecting itself from the ascension that it knows is coming. And I can feel it coming. So my sort of confusion the last little while, and some of the things that I've been thinking of have sometimes been a little negative. I'll give you an example. Nothing outwardly strong or whatnot. Just little things. I'm watching a harbor, okay, on TV, and I'm seeing some beautiful ships and super yachts come into this harbor. This harbor, which is actually in Hvar, Croatia, HVAR, Croatia. And the swimming areas, the water is crystal clear. And it just goes on and on and on. And I'm watching people as they're enjoying their day and enjoying going on the boats, and I'm seeing the ferries coming in, and it's just wonderful. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm thinking, oh, 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 it won't be long before I will be there. I definitely want to be there. And all of a sudden, as I'm watching these boats come up, I started noticing a thought would pop into my head. And it would be like, I wonder if one of them will blow up. And it kind of shook me, and I was thinking, why on earth would you think like that? Like, since when do you think like that? And then I started paying attention to when those thoughts were coming up. And it was usually when I was concentrating on thinking about what I want to manifest. So I want to manifest a trip to Croatia. I want to go to the Hvar harbor and town, and like to explore the history, and I want to swim in that crystal clear ocean and so on. And it's almost like the thought comes almost as a way to scare me into not doing it. Now, I know the difference between something that comes up as a warning, as you may not want to do that, and something that is ego-based. And the more that I get in tune with myself, the more that I allow spirit and guidance and things to have influence, the more childish the ego gets. And sometimes it's like it wants to throw a little temper tantrum. And I'm not sure what to do. Do I put myself in timeout? Do I say, okay, no ice cream? Anyway, it's been really, really active. But now that I'm aware of it, now that I sort of know it, I can push it aside immediately as soon as it comes. And I would say that's not the way we think. Nothing is going to happen. Everything is just fine. This is just the ego, and we control the ego. The ego doesn't control us. So, with that in mind, I thought, how very, very interesting that is what would happen. Oops. I was going to shuffle my cards, and I just noticed that I have them going in different directions, not the way that they should be going. So we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that right now, and we're going to give them a shuffle. And before I do that, let's also do a little bit of the clearing energy with a singing bowl. I find this very, very relaxing. So let's give it a go. I feel better already. in this little bowl. Oh, the sound that comes out of it is just magic. Just magic. All right, let's put you back where you were. Let's get the cards out, and these are the Return to Spirit cards that I'm using. And I'm going to ask, in terms of all of our ascension, I think we're all ascending to the fourth and fifth dimension, where we're more focused on spiritual things rather than sort of physical world things. What Spirit wants us to know, what Spirit wants us to concentrate on, and if there's any messages that Spirit has for us. And first card out. You can't make this up. Frequency shift. And yes, that is, in fact, what we're doing is we are shifting our frequency from a sort of dense third dimension to more of the spiritual fourth and fifth dimension, where we're more concerned with our fellow man, with making sure that everyone is taken care of, with providing peace and solace and whatever to everyone out there. So I think that is, I told you I bonded with these. Okay. The next card out is feline. Feline is that feminine energy. I'm just I'm visualizing like a leopard as it walks, and it just it slinks. It looks so majestic as it's walking, and it just has such pride of self. You ever notice that animals really, especially animals in the wild, really have a proud continence? They carry themselves majestically. They carry themselves like very worthwhile beings. And that's a good lesson to all of us. Whoops. Because we are worthwhile too. We are worthwhile. Okay. Third card. Union. Yes. Union with Spirit. Union with ourselves. Union with people around us. Union with people we know. That spiritual union with people that we may not know personally, but we extend our humanity. We extend our good thoughts, our good vibrations. Yes, we want everyone to ascend, because it just makes it so much easier. Some will go willingly. Others, we may need to drag them along a little, and then there's some that are just going to resist it, and they're just going to have to come back and do this all over again. And it's like, why would you? Why would you? Learn the lessons that we need to learn. So, okay. I think that is just absolutely fantastic with the frequency shift, feline and union. The union with the sacred feminine. And when I say that, it's not the sacred feminine at the expense of the masculine. It's not either or. And I've said this in some of my other videos, right? You don't need to lose for me to win. There is enough for everyone. We've had over 2,000 years of male patriarchy, and women have been we've been held down. We have been held down. So I want to move forward, not at the expense of men, but with men, with the male energy, with that the male and the female can coexist together. We can move forward together. It's not a case of get rid of all the men and women rule the world. Well, I think we're going to anyway. The shift is coming. That we've kind of done it the male energy way for a long time, and it's not really working out that well. So I think we're going to go to the feminine energy, and the universe wants to find the balance, right? And ultimately, that's all we want. Is we want balance. We want to be happy, and we want those around us to be happy. We want to be prosperous, and we want those around us to be prosperous. I want to live an abundant life, and I want you to live an abundant life. Because we are spiritual beings experiencing an earthly existence. We're all going to go back to spirit. We're all going to go back to source. We're all going to go back to where we came from, one way or another. I would like to do it in good company. I would like to know that I'm going there and that you're going there. So, anyway, I think I was going to start a little bit of a ramble there, but I think I stopped myself in time. Okay, so this is the Return to Spirit deck. Now, I'm going to go with Path of the Soul. And this one, I spent a good portion of yesterday kind of writing on the cards, because they each have a quote-unquote meaning or whatnot, but you have to consult the book, and I'd much rather just go with the intuition and just kind of have the one or two word description that's there to kind of help guide. So cards are still stiff. And I did give them a bit of a pre-shuffle, but apparently not good enough. So all right, let's see what comes out. First card, renewal. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You just kind of get lost in the going into that renewal. And yeah, that's what we're going through. We are going through a renewal. Oh, cosmos of the heart. Everything that we do should be coming from the heart. Accepting the energy of the universe through the crown chakra, the third eye, the throat chakra. Let it resonate, let it sit a little bit in the heart chakra, and then release it down and give it to Mother Earth. And then do the same thing. Take it from Mother Earth, bring it to the heart chakra, let it sit in there for a little while, and then release it to the universe. So that's what we should be doing. Cosmos of the heart. Yeah, oh my goodness. And Bull Guide. Now, that particular card, I am going to consult the guidebook on that one, because I am picking up something intuitively, but before I really go off. Okay. The Bull Guide appears to offer you strength as you move through your life. He imparts the teaching and wisdom of standing strong and firm when you need to, and not allowing others to cross your personal boundaries. Look at all the situations happening around you at this time. Bull Guide is here to help you be firm whenever and wherever you need to be. He wants to remind you that you are strong and you are deeply supported as you find your way to your own self-empowerment. Okay. Well, my intuitive sense was that this card wanted me to feel protected. I'm seeing almost like a being there in the center, and the rest of the colors just enveloping it. So, be protected. So yes, Bull Guide is there to let us know that we are protected, and we can draw strength whenever we need to. We simply have to ask for it. Okay. You simply have to put it out to your guides, your ancestors, your higher angels, your divine spirit, whatever you feel drawn to, and just say, I need protection. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling pressure to not speak my truth. I feel if I speak my truth, I might be ridiculed. I need guidance. I need protection. I need strength to keep me on this path, to keep me on this journey that I know is there for my highest good. And everything that I do for the highest good of everyone. So I think that that is very, very, very profound. And I am, as I said, The Path of the Soul and Return of Spirit by Cheryl Lee Harnish. These are just absolutely magical cards for me. I'll just share some of the other ones with you. Here's the card for Joyous. Is that not happy? That's just feel good just looking at that. Next one is Universal Connection. Revealed. Look, I think the colors that are in here are marvelous. Look. Goddess. I can just imagine a goddess wearing that as her crown. So, if you're wondering about some oracle cards, I would strongly suggest these. And I was very surprised at how quickly and thoroughly I bonded with them. Now, while I have you on here as well, I am going to talk a little about the Delta variant that is taking hold of the U.S. and what it's going to take for things to change. One of the things that I'm sort of being encouraged to talk about is, as adults, we can make decisions for ourselves. I'm a big girl. I've been around a little bit. I can rationalize, I can read, I can look at statistics, and I can make up my own mind about something. Those members of society that are not in a position to do that are much more vulnerable than I am. So, a child may not be able to think about all the repercussions of their actions. I mean, think back to when you were a kid. Did you go to the park and play and stop along the way and go, oh, wait a minute, okay, so I can't go too high on the swing because I can't see what's behind me and I may hit someone. And if anything happens and I'm too high in the air going this way, I may fall off and break your leg. No, you didn't. You went to the park and you played with your friends. Okay? It's up to the adults around you to, as you're getting on the swing, say, have fun, don't go too high. Oh yeah, okay. Right? They've thought about it. The Delta variant that is there now is going to be affecting children a lot more than COVID has or did. Now, should qualify this by saying YouTube entertainment purposes only, right? I'm going by intuition and cards. If we don't stop and think about what we are doing to those least able to defend themselves among us, then our suffering is not going to be pleasant. I understand a lot of the mentality in the U.S. The U.S. for decades and decades has always been, the loudest voice in the forum, the, freedom at any cost, the USA. I get that. I understand the patriotism. But that doesn't mean that your rights supersede anybody else's. So when I hear people talk about, well, I'm not going to have any government tell me what I can and cannot do. Well, it kind of doesn't work that way in the society that we live in, right? As a democracy, we have all decided that there are certain rules and regulations that we live by. You can't go into a theater and yell fire, because that could cause harm to a lot of people. You can't well, you can't, some people do, but you shouldn't drive without a license. You shouldn't get physically abusive with people. The reason that there are so many Karen videos out there is because people just have a sense of entitlement that they're what I want, where I want to go, what I want to do, what I need is more important than anybody else's need. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And if anybody gets in my way, well, look out, because here I come. And if you get in my way, I'm going to tell you what I think about that. Please, that's not how society works. But it's something that's been going on in the U.S. for quite some time. Now, I know that what I've just said applies to a very small number of people. And I know that there are many, many, many amazing and wonderful people that are in the U.S. that feel as I do about their own citizens. And you know what? As a Canadian, yeah, I'm sure that we have our fair share of Karens too, right? It's just, it's part of growing up with that, you're special attitude. Anyway, I kind of feel like I'm rambling. What I do want to say is that going forward, we are going to be experiencing a lot more children being hospitalized, children dying, and it is so terribly unfortunate that those least able to defend themselves, to speak up for themselves, are going to pay the price for someone's feeling that the government ain't going to tell me what to do. We've had several lockdowns. How many is it going to take? How many is it going to take? So, okay, with that, I'm going to leave you. I didn't pull any tarot cards, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. As I said earlier, I would love to hear your comments, if you have any comments. If you have suggestions, if you have any questions, put them down there. Like, give me something to do, right? I'm here. Give me something to do. So, be good. Take care of yourselves. Be happy. And until next time, when you come over and we play, stay safe. Love you. Bye-bye.